Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And last Sunday afternoon, I watched this movie, and I've been under the weather, so I couldn't actually do a review immediately. But is this the end of a legend? I think the character is definitely dead. The character is dead. Um, but is this the final movie? I keep hearing or reading about this rumors about a fifth movie possibly in the works, and the character coming along in some other series based around the universe in this franchise. And so it may not be the last time we ever see the character, but I can say almost for sure that John Wick is dead, um, because that's what happens at the end of the movie. Um, Surprisingly for me, to be honest, because I actually thought there was going to be a fifth movie, and that's when Keanu Reeves will hang up the hat of John Wick, so to say. So yeah, and it came up a big of a shock for me. Anyway, whether there's going to be more movies in the John Wick franchise, possibly. I think they're already planning for a series as well. And I think they might find another character to take over the mantle of the lead character in this franchise. But there'll never be another John Wick. I mean, why bother? John Wick. Keanu Reeves is John Wick. So, John Wick Chapter 4 comes, I think, 3 years, almost 4 years after Parabellum. Sorry, 3 years after Parabellum, I guess. That was 2020. Chapter 4 is 2023 American neo-noir action thriller film directed and co-produced by Chad Stahelski. I guess that's how you pronounce the name. Of course, starring Keanu Reeves, Donnie Yen, amazing once again. I think this is the second time I've seen this actor. Bill Skarsgård, a very sedated role, to be honest. I thought he might be a bigger character in a sense. And I say bigger, to be honest, I mean about the character's going to have a lot more to it rather than just being the way that it ended. Kind of like, I wasn't really sure what like he. I just felt he was supposed to be more scarier than that. As scarier as in what he can do. Lawrence Fishburne with a small role. Hiroyuki Sanada, again, like the guy quite a bit. Every time he's on the television screen, he portrays his characters with a lot of grace. He's got a lot of charm. Shamia Anderson, Lance Reddick, very tiny role, but of course the movie is also dedicated to him. Arina Sawayama, and she's pretty good in the role, I could say. Scott Adkins, Clancy Brown, who I did not recognize until the very end, but he doesn't have a major role. And of course, Ian McShane, who does have a major role in this film. So John Wick is out to get revenge against the High Table. He's prepared, he's ready, and things are going to get messy. Of course, they are still on the hunt for him. So anybody who is protecting him, like his good friend, the Japanese. Who is the Japanese character Shimazu Koji, who is the manager of the Osaka Continental Hotel and an old friend of John Wick and an old friend of Kane. Kane is played by Donnie Yen. Amazing character, by the way. He too is an assassin, and he is forced out of retirement, told to kill John Wick, so that his daughter's safety will be ensured after that. Koji and his daughter are targets because of the fact that Koji is harboring John Wick at this particular time. Fight scenes are amazing once again. I'm not going to go through the entire story. Basically, I'm just going to. It's a pretty new movie, so I want to talk about certain aspects of the movie that I loved. The fight scene in the Tokyo Continental goes on, and it's beautiful. I mean, the way they do it is those. I'll never get tired of watching Keanu Reeves, especially with that, close quarters shooting stuff that they do in this movie. I mean, everybody's amazing, but Keanu Reeves takes it to another level. But yeah, Kane is pretty awesome as well. So those were really fantastic to watch. I mean, and I could watch a 2 hour movie just that. To be honest. Um, so like I mentioned, Donnie Yen is amazing as the Kane, who is a uh, a blind assassin. I mean, the way he actually gets stuff done is so uh, I mean, the way he actually does it, and he's like almost got an arrogance to it. Uh, Pretty awesome. And his fight with John Wick and with Koji is done pretty well. Uh, the Who's the guy who plays the guy who comes to fight the but ask for ask for John Wick to be given to them. I don't know who the actor is. I think it is Marco Zarov. I'm not really sure. Anyway, he was intimidating, by the way. And like I said, Rina Sawayama, she's, I think she's done pretty well. There is, I mean, think about she not really wanting John Wick to be there because she feels that the entire building safety, their business, her father's done a lot to keep the hotel, profitable and successful, and it's a beautiful place. And the fact that her father and her safety is at risk, but there is no way that Koji is going to give up John Wick because he considers to be very, very loyalty is his biggest thing. And yeah, that was really good to see. Well, she is probably going to be in. If anything they're going to do after this, I think she's probably going to be in because she wants to take revenge against Kane because Kane does kill her father at the end. The Harbinger, that's the Clancy Brown character, who's the high-ranking operative of the High Table. I think that was really done pretty well as well. I really liked a lot of them. I think the first movie is something really special. I don't think it can actually be beat. It's because of the revenge factor, the fact that he lost his wife, just recently lost his wife, and then they come in and beat him up, kill his puppy, and take his car. Yeah, I mean that's something special. So kind of just like John Wick, he is Kane was retirement, and he's now doing it for saving his daughter. I wonder what they're going to do. I think they probably might do something with his character Kane and Rina Sawayama's character Akira. She going for revenge as they show the end of the movie. I think that would be interesting to see. Yeah, and there's a couple of sumo characters as well. It's always amazing to watch them fight. Did I miss anybody? Yeah, like I mentioned, Bill Skarsgård character as the Marquis Vincent Bisset de Gramont is. I mean, I expected his character to be the main, although he is kind of the villain. The fact that he doesn't square off against John Wick was kind of disappointing towards the end. In the end, it is actually Donnie Yen and John Wick fighting, and they shoot each other. At the end, John Wick decides not to kill, not to shoot his last bullet against Kane, but he gets fatally shot. Kane is injured, but he doesn't die. Of course, he gets his daughters and his freedom from the High Table, and he gets the Marquis to actually do that. He leaves. The Marquis turns around, but then realizes that John Wick is still got one bullet left, and he has got it in for him. I think Ian McShane probably did the best acting job for him in this series, in this movie. I really liked his character in this one a lot more than in the previous movie. So I don't know. Hats off to him as Winston. He was really, really awesome. And in the end, it's finally just a couple of his friends who are watching. who go to visit John's grave at the end, which is located right next to his late wife Helen. All the way back before all of this started. It's Winston and the Bowery King, played by Lawrence Fishburne. Like I said, Lawrence Fishburne doesn't really have a big role in this movie, but it's always good to see him, and especially see him and Keanu Reeves going all the way back to the Matrix. So that's basically it. Oh yeah, we learned that John Wick has got a half sister. She is played by Natalie Tenner. She plays Katya, who is German, or rather is in Germany, and he has to fight her. Basically get reinstated to the group through her and her clan, basically over there, or whatever they call it. I forgot what they call. The headquarters, rather, the Ruska Roma crime. So I think it's the Romani, basically, and how will make Keanu Reeves or John Wick, somewhat a little bit Indian as well. So yeah, so that's how he actually gets to invoke a high table tradition of challenging the Marquis to the duel, which eventually the Marquis nominates Kane, and that leads to the end, basically. So that was really really good. The whole thing was pretty awesome. I give this movie an 8.5 out of 10, man. This was absolutely superb. Though I did not expect John Wick to be killed at the end. I was expecting him to be there in a fifth movie and then be killed in that movie. But because what else? Unless he's, that it basically is the end for the character. He has to die. That's kind of like how it is. But John Wick lives forever. I do have a Funko Pop of John Wick over there. So how much I love the character. Keanu Reeves is Keanu Reeves, man. He is. He's a legend. I know people talk about his acting chops. Yeah, I do understand all that stuff. But the fact is, he's been in a lot of movies that has given me a lot of pleasure. I love his characters in all of those movies. And the other thing is, of course, everybody loves Keanu Reeves. He's an amazing dude. He's a very nice guy. So that's it. 8.5 out of 10 for John Wick Chapter 4. Sad to see the character die in the end. But that also means I will have to go back and do a review for, I think I did Parabellum, if I'm not mistaken, review. If not, I'll have to check. But if not, I have to do the review for these three movies. Or if not, just the first two. But yes, John Wick, Keanu Reeves as John Wick comes to an end. Unless, of course, they're doing a fifth movie with possibly him. It's not a sci-fi movie, or he faked his death. Well, that's basically it, guys. So, good night.